Jury's deciding the fate of the man accused of murdering a former Peru State College student.
Joshua Keetle allegedly killed Ty Thomas in 2010. Today, the jury heard closing arguments as each side tried to make its case.
KETV News Watch 7's Andrew Ozaki has tonight's big story.
In closing arguments, prosecutors say Josh Keetle tried to commit the perfect crime, including successfully hiding much of the evidence.
And the first step in the perfect murder is to successfully conceal the body.
Prosecutors say Keetle spotted Thomas drunk and walking near the dorms at Peru State College and saw an opportunity.
As a result, Tyler Thomas is dead. We've never seen or heard from her again.
Keetle originally told investigators he was sick, went to his dorm and stayed there, but then changed his story and admitted he picked up Thomas. He told investigators he agreed to give her a ride to Omaha in exchange for a sex act. The two went to the Missouri River, but afterwards, he changed his mind about the ride. Keetle told detectives Thomas said she was going to say he raped her, so he left her at the river.
He could not let her come back to town. He could not let her friends come and pick her up. He could not call anyone to help her. He could do nothing but kill her and get rid of her.
But Keetle's attorney says the timeline established by cell phone records and security video would leave only 22 minutes for Keetle to commit a premeditated murder.
In that 22 minutes or less that Josh was at the river the first time with Tyler, he raped her, he killed her, and he disposed of her body.
They say there is no DNA or blood evidence and claim the investigation was faulty, not collecting some evidence such as shoe prints or tire marks at the river, and additional security video on campus. They also question the credibility of the jailhouse informant who came forward in 2017 to say Keetle told him Thomas's body would never be found.
Josh Keetle picked Corey Pfeiffer. Let me tell him about what I did. The guy I don't know.
The defense agrees Thomas is probably dead, but says she either fell in the river accidentally or was suicidal over boyfriend problems she was facing.
You cannot hold him accountable for making a bad decision of leaving her at the river when she refused to get in.
In Beatrice, Andrew Ozaki, KETV News Watch 7.